they just sleep like that or go back to their beds. They don't do anything. Maybe you can play with your son or daughter. Come, yes, play with your kids. You can read books with them. Come is frozen. Yes, that's it. But Anna, I think you will not feel bored because you still have work, right? In your company.
Yeah.
Okay. So like what I usually do here, I also feel bored, especially that my bed is very near me. But yeah, I learned something, like I learned Vietnamese
Hmm?
and yes,
You learn
but
Vietnamese?
I'm just in
Who,
lesson
who
2.
teach you?
So Anna sends me video about in learning the letter, how to pronounce the letter, and I have an application that also teaches me Vietnamese. So maybe in one lesson I can learn 9 or 10 phrases. But I'm still in lesson 2 and I didn't continue learning. Maybe if I don't have anything to do again, I will learn again. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can maybe learn new language or play with your kids. Especially you come, you have to play with your kids.
He's frozen again.
During quarantine. It's so important. All right, guys. So I wonder why Anna said that Cam likes the topic because it's all about cars.
Yeah.
So Cam, do you like cars?
Yes, sometimes I like car, and other time I don't like. Because when I want to go to somewhere short, I like to try my motorbike than a car, and uh, I just use car for the long trip.
All right. So right now you cannot use your car. Just your car just stayed in the garage or in parking area. But I
Yeah.
think because your car has been in your house for how many weeks, I think you still need to like start your car, right? And maintain it. Like open the engine, open the lights of the car so it won't go bad.
The main is how I often to maintain my car.
Yes, especially
Yes,
now that it's quarantine.
yes. Yeah, in fact, I rarely to take care of my car, and almost time I just use, and after that I don't care about that. And when has some problem, I go to uh, uh, the the center for protect my car.
Oh. So I think Cam really has a lot of money, Anna, because he doesn't care. Yeah, because I've watched in a vlog, Cam, that right now many people are just staying inside the house and they seldom use their car. So from time to time you need to start the engine of the car and to turn on its lights so that you can maintain it. Because maybe when you use it again you will have problem. So you better do that or else you will go to the shop. How about you, Anna? Do you like cars?
Yeah, I like it. I think using a car is more safer than using motorbike when we travel, and it supply more seats for whole family.
Okay. Using a car is safer.
Safer.
Not more safer. Okay, and it also have more space. So it's not actually Cam who likes cars, but it's you. Oh my god. All right,
Because
guys.
he has his car already, but I'm not.
Okay. So you are using motorbike, I think because it's more convenient in the city.
Yeah, more convenient.
Okay, but only two people can ride in motorbike, and right
Yeah,
now only one, isn't it?
yeah, because
Oh,
I think two is okay.
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because in the Philippines, two is not okay. There should
Why?
only because of the coronavirus. Even
Ah.
yeah, yeah, even that person is your relative. It's not allowed. Mm. And so that's why some people or some officials or some politicians, they are lending their cars so that some people can use it because some people don't have car or motorbike, and it's not allowed to use for two passengers in one motorbike right now. So it's still good in Vietnam if that's the case. So let's go, guys, to our essay. Let's have the first. I think the first essay is, I don't know if it's difficult for you guys because, yeah, there are some phrases here. Okay. So let's have the first paragraph. Anna, so what do you understand about the first paragraph?
I think that nowadays car is more popular for everybody. Um, Everyone want to own it because it's a very convenient. Some people in higher class um, own more expensive modern car because it higher social status and better safety.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's really right nowadays. It's very easy to own a car. I don't know, but in the Philippines, if you have 50,000 Vietnamese dong, you can own a car. So it's very easy for you right now. If you have that money, you can go to the car shop and loan for a car. But then it will take you how many years to pay that because you only give 50,000 Vietnamese dong the first time.
Pay later.
Yes, I think you will pay it for the rest of your life. The
Uh,
car already broke or damaged, but you still need to pay for it. I guess so. So in your case, Anna, if ever you are going to choose a car, are you going to choose a car because it looks higher when it comes to social status?
it looks higher.
Yes.
Mm.
I mean, would you choose a car because that car is have a higher social status?
Because it's more beautiful and cost a lot of money than usual car.
Hmm. All right. Are there any cars or are there any brand of cars in Vietnam that you can say these cars are um, very, very high price and it has a high social status?
I think Audi
Mm,
or Mercedes.
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 You know what? We use Mercedes car to carry dead body in the Philippines. So it's so like our mind is like very negative. Like people will say, "Oh my God, we can only ride Mercedes if we will die," because the car that is very long, that Mercedes, right? It's like the cars of actors and actresses. That will be the car that will be used to carry the body of the dead person in the Philippines. And the car will be from home to the cemetery, and a lot of people will walk, but the dead body will be inside the Mercedes. So yeah, so if I don't like thinking about that, and many people will say, yeah, the time that we can ride a Mercedes or a high-end car is only when we die. But
Yeah,
that's
so
just the
funny.
reason. Yes, and we have different kinds of color like black or white Mercedes. Yeah, but sadly, it's only for dead body, and maybe some people cannot afford to buy it for ordinary trips or for everyday trips. Okay, so that's the first paragraph. How about the second paragraph, come? What is this all about?
I think the the car is the normal demand in our modern society. But other side, when everyone always to own a car, that make crowded on every road, and especially to make more polluted. So some some many governments to find a way how can control the car and reduce the car on the road for to avoid stuck and traffic jam. So uh, they can use some way like to hire techs and to build more the transportation public transportation and many other system of transportation. I think so.
Okay. So that's it. In the first paragraph, it talks about the reason or the choices that you can make in buying a car. And in the second paragraph, it talks about the result. Okay, the result of buying a car. But here, I think when you said that car is a normal demand, I think it's not normal. Is it a normal demand? I mean, it's normal for people to buy car, but right now, according to our essay, it's exploding. Okay, it's exploding demand for cars of all kinds. So that's the reason why our streets or our roads are becoming more crowded. And yeah, the government is trying to discourage us. In Vietnam, is it the same problem?
Yes, I think the same problem when the Vietnam government want to control the quality of cars on the road because our road really hard for to open, and I think we have to pay much money when we want to make a new road. So that's why, and especially in some big city like Hello Capital and Ho Chi Minh City, really hard. Yes.
Yes, I think it's very expensive to really construct roads. I think it will cost, I don't know, but way back 2015, 1 kilometer is equivalent to 200,000, no, 200 million Vietnamese dong.
Yeah.
Yes, in the Philippines. I don't know how much here in Vietnam, but the money will come from you, from your tax. So I guess it's okay to do that. It does it. It's not coming from the government, from the people of the government's money, but it's coming from you guys. So right now, are there any policies from your government to discourage or limit the use of cars, or for you people to buy cars?
I think nowadays really really hard for I can buy a car when I have to pay more tax, especially for a special consuming car, really high, and the base price a car when I want to buy from a brand uh, always to more three times uh, expensive because we have to pay many other tax. And when we all the process when I use my cars, I have to pay for many other tax for like protect our environment, take for maintain road and many other type.
So do you agree with that, or do you find it a hassle that you need to pay for this, protecting the
The
environment, blah blah blah?
Yes, I think sometimes I don't like when I have to pay a lot, but other time I think maybe that is a good way for we can control the car on the road. And when I pay more, I think it can to reduce my time for me when the government control the stocks or traffic jam every day.
So your real reason is just to have a convenient convenient way and not really helping the environment. Okay. So how about Anna for motorbike? Does it have the same um rules, like you need to pay for protection of environment, or do you have higher tax?
I think there's no problem when we want to buy a motorbike. Um, we just choose the brand, and the cost is belong to the brand.
Okay. Yes, I heard that. I don't know, because some Filipinos buy motorbikes and maybe they buy second hand and it's very cheap. But like it's only 2 million, they can buy it for 2 million. But then some of them just also choose not to buy because they cannot like maintain, or they don't know how to fix. So most of the time they just rent a motorbike so that the owner can fix it if something would happen, because if they buy it on their own, they have the responsibility to fix it on their own as well. Mm. All right, so I guess it's easier to acquire a motorbike, and also the policies about it, it's easier than
Yeah.
for cars. All right, so let's have the first question. Why is a car almost a necessity? So we have to like differentiate first what is the meaning of the word necessary and luxury. So necessity are those basic needs of people. So what are those basic needs? Basic needs are food, shelter or our house, and clothes. Okay? Those are the basic necessities. in a human being's life. While a luxury is something that's it's okay not to have them. We can still live, or we will not die if we don't have them. For example, uh, for Anna and I, maybe a car is not a necessity. We can still live without it. So for some doctors, a car is a necessity. It means that they really need it for their profession. For example, there are emergency situations. All right. So I hope that it's clear, and we can see. I want to ask Cam. Cam, is a car for you a necessity or it's just a luxury?
I think when I earn a car, I think that's the basic demand and really useful for me. For
Mm,
example, before that, when I don't have any car, I use my motorbike. And in one time when I take my daughter, she really little, come back my countryside, and on the road we have to face with the rain. And at that time I feel I just wish I have a car for protect my daughter to avoid the raining, the sunny and many other things from the weather. And
mm,
uh, I think the car really useful when I want to move with whole my family, because it keeps the first is the safe, and the second is really convenience when I can avoid everything the bad effect from the weather for my kids.
okay. Right. So you are really thinking like a father. Wow. Okay, because you're thinking just how to protect your daughter. All right. So, yes, with that, Anna, please answer the first question. Why is car almost a necessity?
Because it is one of the transportation, one of the vehicle when we want to travel on the road. And now um, it's easy to own a car than before. I think nowadays the number of people uh, own a car is higher than before, because I think the income is increased.
The income also increase. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that kind of theory. When your income increase, your needs will also increase. But sometimes it's just our thinking that my income increased. Okay, so maybe I will invest or I will buy car. But sometimes we also don't need it. How about you, Anna? In your case, do you think you need a car, or do you think a car is a necessity in your life these days?
In my opinion, I think
Yeah.
I don't need to own a car
Mm.
because I don't have to travel for a long distance frequently.
So for the coming months, you don't have any plan to buy a car?
Yeah. Now
Okay.
we can use Grab. It's
Mm.
cheap and very convenient.
Yeah, you have two choices. There's GoGet, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
go with and
Mm,
Grab. Yeah.
mm. And I think before GoGet is cheaper, Anna, than Grab, right?
Mm.
But now, but I think right now Grab is cheaper according to my experience when I stayed in Ho Chi Minh and
Yeah.
Hanoi. Yes. So yeah, it really depends on our situation. So I think right now it's not a necessity for you, and I think for me also it's not a necessity. But right now, private cars are very important
Yes.
during the quarantine period. It's very important. All right. So let's go to number two. Pam, what is one advantage that a large, expensive car has over a compact? So you know already what's compact. It's a small car. Turn on your mic.
I try to understand the question. Actually, I think I like a bigger car
Mm,
because uh, we have some kids, and when we want to move, we need to take many other package on the car. So I think a bigger car is also advantage
mm.
uh, for me when we want uh, to move somewhere.
All right. So is your car right now compact or large and expensive?
Uh, Expensive car, I think not expensive because I chose the some brand really pretty normal and the price also accept.
Mm. So do you have any plans come on buying a large and expensive car for the coming months? I mean, maybe
Uh,
after the coronavirus.
uh, yes, actually I don't have any idea when I want to earn a new car because
Mm,
now I have my car, so I don't want to change anymore. And
mm.
I think with the current car, I think pretty good. And when it helped me a lot in my job and in my family, I think that's okay for me, and I don't want to change.
All right. So maybe you can buy a van later on because a van can, have a lot of passengers. So maybe
Mhm.
14, 14 passengers. That's a lot. And,
Yes,
oh,
now I own a car with 7 seats, so that's too enough for me when I want to take my whole my family and especially my parents also can go.
oh, that's quite a big car already if it's seven-seater, right? And I think small is maybe four-seater. That's compact. Okay. So let's have number three, Anna. What is the easiest tool governments use to limit driving?
I think the easy tool is make the tax high.
Okay. So maybe that is one of the tool to limit driving. But according to our essay, it's like building public transit and making the public transportation more comfortable, clean and comfortable. Maybe it will discourage some people not to buy private cars but to use public transportation because I don't know, in the Philippines some public transportation are actually not good. It's like very crowded, and every day people struggle, just they struggle hard just to ride in the public transportation. and the car, or let's say the train or the public transit, is somewhat dirty and it's uncomfortable. So that is one of the reasons why people try to loan cars at the bank. So do you have the same situation in Vietnam, Anna?
I think it's not the same with Vietnam because
Mm.
in Vietnam, public transportation is not popular.
Mm.
People want to move by motorbike than other transportation.
Okay. So still, there are many people who use private vehicles. So that's it. So in this question, Anna, it's all about cars. And so you have to think about your motorbike when you answer the question. Okay.
Yes.
So let's have number one. Do you usually fill up when you drop by a gas station? Um,
Uh, I think rarely when I always to fill up full of my car, and sometimes and I run to empty, and at that time I go to a gas station or to fill up more engine uh,
yes,
for my yeah.
but in Vietnam, your gasoline is called petrol. Petrol, right? You don't use gasoline, but petrol. But it's actually the same. I just mean the term term that you use. It's petrol.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Anna? Do you fill up your motorbike when you drop by a gas station?
No, I don't usually fill up my motorbike because if I fill up, I will pay an odd number, and I don't like it.
Oh,
I often pay 50,000 Vietnam dong or 40,000 Vietnam dong. It's an even number.
okay. Okay. So you don't like counting the smaller bills. I just want to ask guys because in the Philippines the price actually of petrol is an issue for how many years now. So many drivers are they're always complaining about the price. How about in Vietnam? Do you have any issues when it comes to prices of petrol?
Um, Nearby time when we have to stop, when I have to stay at home, I really like when the price of petrol really low. But actually, I can't go out. So when I thinking about that, I think the no price of petrol not meaningful with me when I can't go out. And uh, yes, I think in Vietnam we also every people always to complain about the price of gasoline when the government to ask more tax on the on per one liter we have to use for car. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I think it's not really that expensive, the gasoline here. Do you think, Anna, that the gasoline in Vietnam or the petrol is expensive?
I think it's not expensive.
Mm, okay, that's my observation as well. So I wonder, guys, where do you get your gasoline? Why is it not expensive? Because most countries, we get our gasoline from. I have you heard? Have you heard that I think North Korea is producing oil right now. and they are exporting it to Taiwan. So Taiwan get their oil or their gas from North Korea, and in the Philippines we usually get it from Middle East country like Dubai. They have a lot of gas in there. So I wonder where Vietnam is getting their gas, because it's not very expensive. Do you know, or do you have any information? Let's ask your government.
Yeah, actually, I don't care about the source of
Source of
gasoline.
gasoline.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I heard that Vietnam has Vietnam can produce can
It's
supply gasoline by
on it.
by itself.
Oh, that's a pretty amazing. That's good. So that's the reason why. So sometimes we need to know when did we get this source, or when did we get these things. It's because that will explain to us why is it cheap and why is it expensive. So the reason in the Philippines we have a lot of oil deposits. We have a lot of gas deposit, but we don't have the capacity to get it, or extract the oil and gas. That's why we get it from Middle East, and that's why it's expensive. So that's good for Vietnam if you have your own source. All right, so let's go to number two. If you knew that gas prices would go up 5% tomorrow, would you fill up today? 5%. 5%, I think it's very small. Just kidding.
Yeah.
How about you, Cam? I think 5% is just really small for you, Cam.
Um, Actually, I don't care about the price rating when the
Mm.
gas, yeah, and I just fill up my car when become empty and don't
Mm.
care a lot the price.
Mm.
You don't really
Don't
care
care.
about your car. Uh, very sad,
Yeah.
Cam. Hey, do you know that other people they give names to their car or motorbike? They give names to it. It's like that the car or the motorbike or their vehicle becomes a part of their life, and it means that they make it as their pets, like dogs and cats. But Cam do not care about it.
Yes, nearby time when the gasoline very low, some people uh, to uh, to buy a lot and contain in many simple uh, box and
Mm.
stay in their house. But the problem is that's very dangerous when easy to burn their house. And in fact,
Ah,
some people dies when they contain gasoline in their house.
when they stock gasoline. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think Cam will say some people will steal gasoline. So it's not. It's like dangerous because it can catch fire. Okay? Because in the Philippines, guys, almost all my uncles are drivers of big trucks. So they have a lot of gasoline. And some people will steal the gasoline because, yeah, of course, you can use it in many ways as well. And one thing that you can do to avoid catching the fire is you have to put it far from the kitchen, so it will not catch fire. Okay, how about you, Anna? For question number two, would you fill up if it goes up 5% tomorrow?
Yeah, every time when I heard the news, gasoline is higher, I often fill up my motorbike. But the thing I really care is along with uh, gasoline is higher. The other thing such as food or rice or something like that is higher too.
Okay. So I don't know, but in the Philippines, people just keep on looking at the news, and if they heard the news rollback, people would be very happy. So when we say rollback, it's like the prices of commodities or basic necessities decrease for, and most people usually really they are waiting for the gas prices or the petrol to roll back the price. But here in the question, it's different because it's the increase of the price. And I think maybe it's really more dangerous if the prices of rice, maybe in countries like us, because our main food is rice, right? Also in Vietnam, if rice and other kinds of food will increase, that rather than gasoline, you will be more concerned, Anna.
Yeah,
Okay. But I think in Vietnam, rice is really not expensive, right? And other food. Okay, so let's have number three. Who do you think ought to wash your family car? How about you, Cam? Who washes or who do you think should wash your family car?
Uh, my younger brother.
Huh? Not
He always to. He is the only person in my family want to take my car go to wash,
to
and
the
I
car
just use my
wash.
car and never wash. Yes.
Oh my God! So Cam really don't care about his car. So, but you take it to car wash shop. Your brother don't wash it at home, just in the car wash shop.
In the I think uh, 1 year I am 2 or 3 times I wash my car on shop. Yes, and let me tell you one story pretty common in Vietnam, uh, and I think that is a problem with many people. In my case, I think the car is a tool to support my job,
Mm.
and I don't care about I don't care and I don't want to waste many time my free time for take care of my cars because that's a
Oh.
tool to support my job and to protect my family. So with many other neighbor around me, when they earn a car, they take care a lot. They wash their car every day. They
Every day.
clean their car really clean. And I sometimes I feel they love their car than their wife, and that is a problem with many Vietnamese people in our society. In my case, the car is a tool for to support my job, and I don't want to lose many time for take care of car when I have to pay a lot of money to buy that, and I don't want to lose my time for them.
Wow, that's a very long explanation. You defended yourself, Cam, against your car. Okay, yes. So I do understand that because I'm confused that when you said that you only bring your car or wash your car 2 to 3 times in 1 year. Yes, because I experienced that when I was in high school, our family had 2 cars. So it's my duty to wash the car every week, guys. So it's very tiring. But we wash it on our own. We don't go to the car wash shop to wash it. So maybe that's why it's a bit inconvenient for you, Kam, because you have it's not inconvenient in your case because you just go to car wash shop, right? You don't wash it on your own. Okay. I hope you can wash your own car. And you know what? Some people name their car Rebecca. These kinds of names. Very cheesy
Uh,
names.
Not good. When I want to wash my car, it's a bad effect with my label. When there are many ways water to make
Oh.
around me, and that is problem. So that's why
Mm.
I never want to wash my car. And the better to take my car to the wash shop is a good way.
Okay. Car wash shop. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is your way of handling your, as what you said, your tools. And yeah, that would be a problem maybe if you like give more or too much attention to your car. Your wife will be jealous. Okay. So Anna, I want to also ask the question. Do you also wash your motorbike?
I often take it to wash service.
Mm. I think I can understand in your case because you are living in an apartment, right?
Yeah.
Mm. So it's a different setting and it's understandable. So how often do you bring it to a car wash shop?
I think 1 month, one time, 1 month.
Okay, I thought once a year. Okay, once a month. All
Once a
right.
month.
I think that question number three, four, five is actually related. So because number five, yeah, do you wash your car yourself? So we actually know now that it's not.
Mm.
So Anna, do you have any plans if ever you will go to your mother's house? You are going to wash your own motorbike.
No, if I come back to my hometown, I live
Ah,
in my parents' house. We often take our motorbike in wash service.
still the same. How about you, Cam? Is it possible that one day you are going to wash your own car and clean your own car?
Uh, I don't know, and in fact, I never think about situation.
All right, so let's go to number six. When
He
did you
never
get
he
your
never wash it.
yes? Okay, so he doesn't give too much attention to it. Let's go to number six, guys. When did you get your driver's license? Was it difficult to get it? So I just want to tell you a story. In the Philippines, it's easy to get students license. Only students. So student license is different to a driver's license in the Philippines. So it's more difficult to get a driver's license than a student's license because for driver's license you need to have a training for I don't know how many months because I don't have any. How about in your situation or in your case, guys?
In my case, with the driving license for motorbike, I think really easy. But when I want to have a driving license for car, really hard. And the first time I fail, for I can't overcome the test of the driving license car, and I have to uh, read learn about T line, read retest the second for have a license.
So you think it's difficult to get it?
Yeah, pretty difficult.
So when did you get your driver's license come? The first time.
For the car about 3 years ago.
Mm. So for different vehicle, it's different license.
I think maybe the first time I I touched with a car in test, and that's at that time I think my philosophy not good, and I don't have a good feeling when I want to control the uh, the car license. Yeah.
All right. So all in all, it's just difficult for you to get it. Okay. How about you, Anna?
In my case, I have two driver license because
Wow.
I lost in the first driver license. I lost it, so
Ah, that's
I have
I see.
to I have to take an other exam and get
Oh.
another.
So you cannot go to the office and like you have to declare that you lost it and then just get it again. You need to really retake the test.
Because I lost the document
Mm.
relate to the first driver license. So they
Uh,
said that they cannot look for
um,
the information for me.
oh, okay. I got it. Because in some documents they can just type your name and then maybe they can find your file like that. So in taking a test for driver's license, is the type of test paper, just paper test, or is there any actual test?
Actual,
It means that you need to show
Practice.
an officer that you have to practice
uh,
actual tests, or
we
we
have
taking oral.
we have two route to pass.
Mm,
The first is the paper test, and after that is actual test.
mm. Okay. So both. That's good. So
But it's
maybe that's
easy.
easy. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing if it's easy because some people are really afraid of the actual test. So I just want to ask a question. Do you find the paper test more difficult than the actual test?
In my case, I think the paper test more important than a practice test, because in the paper test I have to learn about the science of uh, on the road, uh, and many other law. So in a practice test, I think I just focus on try, and I need many time to practice. So that's easy to become better. So I think the most important is paper test.
Okay. It's really
Oh, I
difficult.
don't think so.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think so. I think actual test is important, more important than paper test, because in paper test um, you can ask the other help, but in actual test you you have to show your skill. You show how much you know about driving.
So it means, Anna, that you can ask when you do the paper test.
Hmm?
Oh, really? It's like cheating. Just kidding. Because it's a test.
But other
Oh.
ask me. I don't ask other.
Mm, mm. Okay. Maybe because you are smart. So others ask me about the answers. Oh, I think for most people that I know, I think they would say that the actual test is more challenging. Yeah, they would say that. But maybe the paper test is also difficult because you need to answer theories. and maybe some formulas, especially the laws or traffic rules and regulations. So you need to memorize some of it. All right. So let's have the next question. How long did you practice before you actually drove a car on the road by yourself? Anna, did you practice?
Yeah, in my case, when I ride my motorbike in the first time, I don't have any practice before.
Mm.
My father said it's easy. It's like when we ride bicycle. And the first time I ride my motorbike, I'm very nervous. I don't
But you
know
already,
how to stop it
oh my,
or how to turn right, turn left. Oh my God.
but you already know how to drive or to use a bicycle, Anna, before you start driving a motorbike.
Yeah,
You already know how to ride a bicycle.
yes.
Okay. So do you think it's an advantage for you that you know how to drive a bicycle before driving a motorbike?
I think it's necessary for the time when you want to drive a motorbike.
Okay, it's the first step, as what they said. So, how long did it take you to practice?
Um, I ride my bicycle about 5 years, and after that I changed to motorbike.
Mm. So I think we cannot say that it takes you 5 years to to practice because you are using your bicycle that time. Okay, so maybe it's easy. It was easy for you, Anna.
Yeah, but in the first time I'm really nervous.
Mm. Yeah, there's always a first time. Okay. So how about you, Cam? How's your practice or how long did you practice before you actually drove a car?
The in my case, I have about total time is 1 hour to uh, drive a car on the road with my teacher, and I have to pay for 4 hours when I want to try license test in the uh, real test before I want before before starting.
Wow, just 1 hour. So Cam is a skillful driver. Only one
Actually,
hour?
I don't have more time for learning, and especially I don't go to the class for learning about the law of traffic, and
Mm.
I just prepare about 1 hour for my teacher can introduce to me some basic thing when I control a car. Yes, I think total time is just about 1 hour.
Wow, it's amazing. And now you've been driving your car for 3 years. Wow. So can you say, Cam, that you're a good or skillful driver?
Uh, I don't think so. Sometimes I try really bad, and sometimes really good. Depend on my mind.
OMG. And how about you, Anna? Do you think that you're a good motorbike driver or skillful driver?
Yes, I
Wow.
can drive slowly.
Um, I don't know how you consider being a good driver. Is it following the rules, or is it about how you drive your motorbike?
Yeah, I often follow the route,
Mm.
except sometimes when I'm in hurry.
Okay, because a lot of drivers are really law breakers, especially when they are in a hurry. Okay, so let's have the next question. What is your concern? What is your first concern in buying a car? The design, price, or make fuel efficiency, color, etc. What do you consider in buying, or what do you think in buying a car? Let's just say that, yeah, you will buy a car again, come, and in your case, Anna, you will buy a car.
In my case, I really take care about two things when I want to buy a car. The first is the function of the car I want to buy. The second is the price, uh, reasonable price for me.
The functions of the car, I think it's very important to really consider that. Not just because you choose that because it's your favorite color and the car looks good or looks maybe beautiful. Okay, how about you, Anna? If ever you will buy a car, what would you consider or what would you think?
I um, I care about the price and the brand.
Okay, so in Vietnam, what's the popular brand of car?
I think Honda.
Honda. Honda Civic. In the
Mm,
Philippines, Honda Civic is really popular. What
yeah,
else? How about Kia, guys? Kia is very popular, very common in the
Kia.
Philippines.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
You can
Kia
always
is
see it on the
okay.
road. Okay. Even taxis, it's Kia. Okay. So let's have the next question. What do you think about driving a foreign-made car? Is your car come foreign-made?
Uh, no, my car is Toyota and it's made in Vietnam.
Mm-mm. Yes, because there's a lot of factories here, right, for
Yes.
smartphones and car. So what do you think about driving a foreign-made car?
I think with for foreign car, I think maybe the quality higher than in domestic car, and every detail so more stronger, and especially the feeling when I drive uh, a foreign car, I think maybe better than in domestic
Mm-hmm.
car.
Okay. So I think in some countries, guys, like when I went to Thailand, I was very shocked. I was surprised because the driver's seat is not the same with the driver's seat in Vietnam and in the Philippines and in other country. But I cannot confirm it. I think the position of the driver's seat in is it in right in Thailand. It's really different. So I was shocked when when I rode a Grab because oh I said it's the driver's seat is different. I don't know if you've noticed. How about in China? Is it the same? Because in the Philippines and Vietnam, the driver's seat is the same. It's in I think in the left side, but in Thailand it's in the right side. Turn on your mic,
I think depend on the brand of car. Some common car in Vietnam is to put the wheel on the left, but other brand from the foreign, and when they import a car from the foreigner, I think some cars put the wheel in the right.
Okay. So thank you for that information. Now I know because I was so surprised. Why is it different? So it sometimes depends on the brand of car. Okay. So let's have number 11. What do you think about driving a used car, or let's say second-hand car? Did you consider before buying a used car or second-hand car?
My car is a used car because
Mm.
because I'm a business, so I don't want uh, to use a lot of money for pay a new car because in the first of 3 year for a new car we have to reduce really many price when I use a new car.
Okay, I got it. Yes, I've heard that from a lot of people, and they said that it's better to invest in the Philippines. They said it's better to invest on lands and properties rather than investing on vehicles because the the value of a vehicle quickly decreases than the value of lands. And I guess it's also true in Vietnam. Okay. So how about you, Anna? What do you think about driving a used car?
In my case, if I want to buy a car, I think I should buy a used car because it's cheaper than a new car, and I don't have to worried about it so much uh, when I drive it because for the people who just um, know to ride in their first time, uh, they can they can cross it.
Crush?
They can make it cross the other car,
Okay, bumped into the other car.
bump,
Okay.
bump in the other car.
you are you are thinking about the future damage. you are
Yes.
you are not yet driving, but you are already thinking about the future damage of the car. Okay. Yes, I guess there are a lot of advantages when you buy a used car, especially the papers, right? Because if it's a new car, you need, I don't know, but in the Philippines, if it's a new car, you need to buy the franchise, you need to buy some like documents that would prove that it's already your property. So it's a long process to do. But maybe if it's a second-hand car, the owner will just give you the papers. Registration, I think registration because you have to register your car in the Philippines if you have a car. Is it the same here, Com? About your car? Did you buy the franchise? Did you register your car as well?
Hmm, I don't understand the mean.
Register like you have to go to the government and you have to declare that this is your car. You own it. And then the government will give you the plate number or registration number.
uh, yes, I think that is the advantage choice when I want to use car.
Hmm. All right. So we're all set and clear, guys, that we want to buy or use used car. But I want to ask, do you have a dream car? Like you want to really buy this kind of brand?
Yes, if I have enough money, I want to earn a brand like Rolls Royce. I really like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in my case, I want to have a rover car. That rover car is good for mountains, so I can go to the mountain using that car. How about you, Anna?
In my case, I prefer to earn a lot of money than own a car.
So you don't dream? of buying a car?
Okay, no need for me.
Mm, okay, I think that's a good decision, Anna. You can help the environment as well. Yes, but maybe if you have a lot of money already, you can buy a car, and we can have road trips. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you for answering the questions. Let's have the opinion samples in here. So for our first opinion, Anna, do you agree with the opinion?
Yeah, in the first paragraph, I agree.
Okay. Yes, I remember you said that you considered yes the price of the car if it's worthy. So it says here that the quality of most cars is mandated by the government. So it means that the car companies have to follow the government rules.
Hmm.
So this is good also. Mm. So it says here, why pay more money just to gain a status symbol? Because guys, for example, in Korea, there is a competition even with cars. So in the neighborhood in Korea, if one of your neighbors buy this kind of car, tomorrow almost all the neighbors will have the same car. So for some people, if the house is a status symbol, in Korea also a car is a status symbol. So I guess having a luxurious car is important for them. So here in Vietnam it is not like that, Anna. That people tend to consider the car as a status symbol.
I think it's the same.
The same.
Uh, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, but you just don't care about it because you're busy saving a lot of money. Okay. Yeah, that's good if you don't think about it because I think it's not really important if it's not necessary. So let's go to the second opinion. Cam, do you agree with this opinion?
Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Really useful for me.
Is and this is reflective to you because this is what you did. You bought a
Yeah.
used car first. Mm. So we have here one drawback. One drawback is that used cars are more likely to break down, so their drivers must be prepared to invest frequently in parts and repairs. Did you experience this one because you bought a second-hand car? Did you experience a lot of breakdowns from your car?
I think in
That's
the first
according to
time,
the opinion, okay?
yes, in the first time, I pretty often to break down my car, and
Mm,
really lucky for me when there's more breakdown and not serious. Yes.
mm. Okay, so you are really a lucky man, even in your cars. All right, so let's have useful expressions. The first one, driving an automobile would be a much greater pleasure if each motorist would use his head as much as he uses his fork. Who wants to explain this expression? I think this is a funny expression. Anna,
Yeah, I
how do you
think
understand it?
yes. I think nowadays when we travel on the road, I often
Mm,
hear the uh, the home uh,
horn.
the home. every time.
Mm.
But I think no need to use it usually. It makes
There,
the other feel not good.
yes, I think so. Is there a law? Is there a traffic law in in Vietnam that says no blowing of horns?
I think the law of using the home is just use it from 6 a.m. to um, 10 p.m.
Oh, okay. So there is a time limit. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. So this is what's happening. Actually, you're right, Anna. Some drivers use horn most of the time, and it actually gives bad feeling to some drivers, especially when it's traffic, right? So when it's traffic, the heads of the drivers are really like they have a lot of pressure and stress already because of the traffic, and a lot of people will use their horn, so it will add more to their pressure and to their stress. So it says here that it would be good if the drivers would use their head or their brain as much as they use their horn. It means that many drivers use their horn more than they use their brain. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, let's go to number two. Many people are having trouble with their new cars. The engine won't start and the payment won't stop. Okay, Kam. So, what is your understanding on the second expression?
uh, yes, nearby time, when we have to face with the coronavirus, I can see really clear problem. When many other people using a car from loan a bank,
Mm,
and at that time when every people have to stay at home, they have to pay money for the bank, and I
mm,
think in the 6 months later, there are many own car will sell out their car with the lower price, and this is a good occasion for you can buy a new a used car if you want.
so yeah, really. So if something is better better for other people, it would also be not good for other people, like the coronavirus. Because as what you said, for people who loan money to
Mm.
the banks to buy car, they need to pay right every month. So I think so. The right now, Cam, in Vietnam, you did not suspend the payment in banks or in any other loans or credits. You don't have a suspension for payment?
The with the small payment, I think people like to use cash, but almost I think with there are a big quantity people they want to earn a car from a loan bank. There are many
Mm,
people.
okay, I got it. Yes, I understand this one in number two, guys, because in the Philippines, as what I've said, it's very easy to have your own car because you only need to have 50,000 Vietnamese dong to pay first. But it will take you 20 years, 30 years to pay for that car. Because for example, okay, example, your salary is 15 million every month. You need to pay maybe 11 or 12 million for your car. So imagine half of your salary will go to paying your car, and your car already break, and your car already like have a lot of issues, but still you need to pay your car for how many years. So it's like it's what's it's the explanation in number two. The engine won't start and the payments won't stop. It means that Your car is already broken, but you still have payments to do for your car. So I think we have to avoid loans. And Anna, I think we should not buy a car.
Yes.
In my case, I would rather buy a big truck rather than a
Truck.
car. Yes. So in my family, guys, if you go to our compound, so a compound is where all my uncles and my mother are living. You can see a lot of trucks. There are many trucks because my uncles are usually truck drivers because they usually carry um a lot of products like sugar cane, sugar and
Sugar
rice.
cane.
Yes,
Yeah.
because there are a lot of sugar cane in my hometown. If you go to my hometown, all the roads from left to right have sugar cane.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to buy a dump truck or a big truck rather than a car. So do you have any questions about cars?
No, Bina. Wow.
Okay,
The next
so
lesson is money come. And so for come.
okay, I think Cam can answer all the questions for the next time, but it's really
Money.
short. Oh my God, the questions a lot because it's all about money.
Oh.
25 questions. Okay. So guys, I don't think that you need a lot of time to read this. So yeah, that's it for today, guys, and I hope that you're going to enjoy this day. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Bina.
Sam, don't forget to start your engine. Oh my God, you will have a problem. All right, that's it. Thank you
Okay.
very much, guys. Have
Yeah.
a good
Bye
day.
bye.